At 15 years old, I had an extreme addiction to weed, and with no money to support my habit, I did whatever it took to get on. Every time I ran out of bud, it meant it was time to get to work. I would steal high-end clothes, alcohol. I even had a drug dealer that would give me a grocery list and I would go and steal it for a quarter. Not the best business deal, but at the time, I didn't know any better. All I wanted was to get high. Eventually, all the theft started to catch up to me. I just stole a bottle of Red Label from a bottle shop in this suburb and caught the train to the next suburb to go see my dealer. And when I got off the train, I was stopped by police. With the bottle in my pants, my heart was pounding. I was freaking out. I thought I was caught. But they weren't pulling me aside for the bottle. It was simply because I didn't have a train ticket. I was relieved at first until they checked my ID and they informed me that I had a warrant out for my arrest from a theft that I committed 2 weeks prior. And they arrested me on the spot. So once again, I was shitting myself. I didn't know what I was going to do with the bottle. It was in my pants and I was under arrest. But thank God, they let me go to the toilet before I got thrown in the back of the cop car. And that's where I got rid of the bottle, threw it in the bin in the toilet. And that moment was a huge wake-up call. I knew I had to grow the fuck up. I didn't stop smoking straight away, but I did start working to support my habit instead of stealing for it. And 2 years later, I finally managed to quit smoking. But when I did, I felt extremely lost because the weed was all I knew. I couldn't even leave the house without smoking, so when I stopped smoking, I didn't know who I was as a person. So I had no choice but to rebuild from scratch. And looking back now, it was a beautiful opportunity to reinvent myself. I started taking my training and nutrition extremely seriously, and I started to see amazing results in the gym. I also had a lot of spare time, so I did a lot of time reflecting on my past and took lessons from every mistake and every struggle. I then invested into myself and I got my certificate in biomechanics and resistance training. And once I accumulated enough knowledge, I started coaching my mates for free. And that's when it clicked. I fucking fell in love with it. Helping other people change their lives, watching them grow, not just physically, but mentally as well. I became the person they came to for advice, not just for training, but in life as well. And I absolutely loved it. No one told me how to overcome my struggles, so I had to figure it out myself. And the gym was the first place that actually gave me control. It gave me an opportunity to prove to myself that I was capable, that I could build something from nothing, and that I could actually change my life. Along the way, I realized it goes so much deeper than just building a physique, because the body is simply just a byproduct of the discipline, the self-control, and the consistency you have to attain to achieve your goals. The gym taught me more about myself than anything else ever did. It taught me to stop being weak, because if I kept choosing the easy option, if I kept falling a victim to my vices, then I would never see the results I wanted to see. And the mindset traits that I got from the gym started to bleed into other areas of my life, and I started to become obsessed with self-development. I found purpose in building myself into the best man I could possibly be every single day. And after all the work, I finally became the man that I wish I had at the start of my journey. I became the man that can help other men change their lives as well. You see, I don't just coach men to build muscle. I coach men to build a mindset that's unbreakable, to become the kind of man that doesn't need validation, to become the kind of man that knows his worth and holds himself to a higher standard, a version of himself he can actually be proud of. Coaching is my purpose, but I would never have found that out if I didn't decide to make the change. Because the truth is, no one's coming to save you. You have to save yourself. You owe it to yourself to turn your life around and become the best man you can possibly be. And I promise, if you're willing to put the required work in and you show up every single day and don't let anything allow you to throw you off track, the results will come. You will become the man you're capable of becoming, but you're the only one that has full control. You have to stop being a victim to your upbringing, stop being a victim to your past or your struggles, and allow that to give you the fuel needed to become the best man you can be. Use it as a driving factor to prove to yourself that you can change, that change is possible, because it is. I've completely transformed my life in the last 4 years, and I'm a completely different man because of it. And now I'm in a position to help men change their lives as well. And I love doing what I do, and I wouldn't change it for the world. I wouldn't change my struggles, I wouldn't change my upbringing, because now I know that all of that happened for a reason. All the struggles that I experienced, all the heartbreak, all the mistakes that I made, it was meant to happen because it was crafting me into the man that I needed to become. I had to go through all of that to learn from it and build myself into the best version of me. And I wouldn't have done it if my life was any easier. So if I can do it, you can do it too. Have faith in yourself, back yourself 100% of the way, and don't give up on yourself. The changes will come. Be patient, stay consistent, and do the fucking work.